I do have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
G'day everybody. Now this is just a quick little update, and I've decided to do it just because there's little trolls. Geoffrey McLean. He's jumped on a few of my clips. He thinks he's a big boy because he's gone and said my mother, Mrs. J. Keane, yes, my mother Judith, does approve of what I do. And quite frankly, she doesn't give a fuck what I do one way or the other. I mean, she lives her own life just as I do. So if you think you're a big boy because you can figure out my mum's name, whoop-de shit. You tell me to grow up and act my age, do I look like someone that's been born in the 60s? Wrong on that account, so clearly you can't get that right. But I'm just going to read you a little comment that Jeffy baby here has put up here on this on the screen here, and it says, "Ha, can't wiggle your way out of this one," and this is to do with the $60 parking ticket. Okay, now I'd already won, all right, and he put, so I put and replied to him, I won and had AT refund and cancel 11 other tickets because of it. Cost them a couple of grand easy to try and prosecute, and now I have case law set to help others, so wiggled my way out of nothing. I had Steve on the stand and enjoyed every minute, so perhaps, man, you could try getting your facts straight before looking like an idiot making stupid comments. That's about $800 in tickets AT fucked up with, and I fixed their flaw in their system as well. You'd just pay them, wouldn't you? And that's true. You would just pay them, wouldn't you, Jeff? You got a ticket. You know, see, according to Jeff, if somebody rings up and says you owe them, that's it, you've got to pay. You don't have to ask for evidence or ask for proof or even verify who the fuck your person is. And see, Jeff's of the thinking that a man and a person are the same thing. Again, Jeff unfortunately is badly indoctrinated into thinking that he lives in a society instead of on Earth. See, Jeff, man exists first. That's what's born. Then a birth certificate is created because of that man or woman or child being born. Okay? The birth certificate cannot exist unless the infant or baby existed first. So yes, man comes first before every other persona or person or representation you wish to class yourself as a lesser capacity. But man reigns supreme. Man is what everybody is, man and woman. Alright? There's no I'm a person, because then you're labeling yourself down to like 5 different types. What type of person are you? According to the New Zealand Bill of Rights Act 1990, section 29 to 30, it says a person is a body corporate, unincorporated body or corporation soul. So which one of those 3 things are you, Jeff? You know, you'd whip out your driver's license and say that's you, wouldn't you? Wrong, Jeff. It's a piece of plastic. Okay? Just with a name that you think's yours. Alright? Now you were given names. I'm not even going to go into it. If Jeff McLean or Geoffrey McLean thinks he's so clever, my phone number 027-531-4470. Jeff, by all means, mate, phone's right here. Feel free to call me any fucking time. We'll see how smart you are. Because when I make a claim, I back it with evidence, such as AT refunding. Okay, this is an Official Information Act request, and I'm going to read it to you, Jeff, because this is the reason I'm making this video, to show proof of my claim. It is addressed now, because Auckland Transport chose to stick their head in the ground, not respond to me, not respond to the MP that I had acting on my behalf, to talk to AT, no one got any responses from them. So I decided I'll use an Official Information Act request again. And seeing I'd already found out the dates of the 11 other people that were ticketed, I simply needed to know the infringement numbers so I could call Baycorp and confirm that they've been cancelled or withdrawn. Okay? To verify things. But needless to say, the letter from John Strawbridge, the Group Manager of Parking Services and Compliance, so the top notch from his lofty heights at AT, wrote this, 23rd of July. Dear Mark, thank you for your email dated the 29th of June requesting further information into Lagoima case 980567C6F3Y5. We require the relating infringement numbers and status of these 11 other unlawfully issued infringements for the dates supplied, which were, according to John Strawbridge, the 4th of October, 13th of October, 26th of October, 13th November, 16th November, 19th November, 26th November, 26th November, 30th November, and 17th of December. Okay? And here's what he's given me. He's given me the infringement numbers, but more importantly, just for you, Geoffrey, infringement on the 4th of October, infringement cancelled. 13th of October, refund processed. 26th of October, infringement cancelled. 13th of November, infringement cancelled. 19th of November, infringement cancelled. 16th of November, infringement cancelled. 26th of November, infringement cancelled. 26th of November, infringement cancelled. 30th of November, infringement cancelled. And 17th of December, correspondence sent to customer to process refund as payment has been received. So they're in the process of refunding that one. 19th of December, infringement cancelled. Alright, so there's your fucking proof. And the reason I'm pointing this out to dear old Geoffrey, because you look at this little comment that the ignorant, small-minded thing thinks he can put in here. This was his response to me telling him that I had just made them refund the money. He goes, CKA, I highly doubt that. It's impossible to reverse those tickets. No, it isn't. But this is just shows that you will always refuse to pay your bills. No, what I will do is maintain, Geoffrey, my presumption of innocence. You see, in New Zealand, everybody is afforded the presumption of innocence, and with a criminal infringement such as strict liability offence like a parking ticket or a speed camera ticket, that is a criminal category 1 offence. So therefore the burden of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. It is not a civil matter where it's just a preponderance of evidence. It is beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, most people write a letter saying, oh, it wasn't going that fast, putting them as the driver. All they care about is at that time, that date, that place, when that machine tested their speed at being that such and such, who was the driver. Who can they pin the word liable to? Liable means upon conviction. So unless you've been convicted, you are not guilty of anything. So if you think paying your bills because someone sends you a letter in the post saying they owe you owe them money, and you don't do your due diligence to actually confirm that that debt is owed, then by all means, chuck us your address. I'm sure I can send a few bills your way. If you blindly like to pay somebody, fuck, I'll have some of your money if you're that much of an idiot and want to go ahead and just pay. But someone like me, who teaches their kids their rights and not just to blindly fucking obey, I know better. You clearly don't. But let's read out what he says here. It says, it's impossible to reverse those tickets, but this just shows that you can always refuse to pay your bills. No, I don't actually have any debt because I pay my bills. I am debt free. Everyone else takes responsibility for their actions, as do I, and as so are you, Geoffrey, for the bullshit and crap you write without any fucking facts to back them. Can't see why you think you should be exempt from the law. I'm not exempt from the law. I obey the law. And in fact, it is the law that proved my innocence, Geoffrey. Shame you don't know it that well. I mean, you're a white man acting as if he's been oppressed. Are you shitting me? You're going to pull the race card now. See that? It's white. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter if it's white, purple, pink, brown or black. Who gives a fuck? I'm a man, just as equal to anyone else, and for you to pull the race card? What a fucking racist prick. Moving on, you seem like one of those spoilt white kids who always have their rich parents bailing them out. My rich parents, Mum has been a loyal housewife to a freezing worker of 35 years, and they run a farm, okay? I am not a spoilt rich boy. I had to work for every single penny I've ever earned. When I was a kid, I was doing milk rounds and paper rounds when I was 13, 14 years onwards. So I have certainly worked and earned every penny. You want to go on about being a benefit bludger? Well, perhaps you need to look up the CESTE-QV Act of 1666 and find out what CESTE-Q Trust is. I didn't set that benefit up, but I am certainly going to enjoy being the beneficiary of it. As so should everyone else. So you want to be a fucking idiot and be an indoctrined tax-paying slave, because I'm sure you pay your taxes, Geoffrey. I mean, a law-abiding citizen as yourself, you must voluntarily declare your income every year and just pay them whatever they tell you, without any question. What a good boy. So I reply to Geoffrey, it is not what you doubt, the proof will be published soon, hence this video. To resolve any doubt you're suffering from, and I do pay my bills along with maintaining my innocence opposed to blindly accepting what is told. I am a man, first and foremost. The colour of my skin is irrelevant. However, it shows how you classify. I'm not oppressed, unlike the majority of voluntary tax servants, such as yourself, Jeff. Spoilt white kids? Now that shows how ignorant you truly are. And the height of ignorance is condemnation without investigation. Well done, you've found my mother's name on Google, no doubt. That's not what I'd class as a full investigation, Geoffrey. And given you're making all of these other wonderful fucking claims without any proof, that shows you're an ignorant little boy. To help your lack of vision, I suggest you learn how shit all actually works. In other words, learn the nature of the beast, understand the language they use, which I doubt you have any comprehension of. And as to your opinion, you're welcome to it. You know, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. Unfortunately, Geoffrey needs to wipe his ass more because his shit stinks. Be it ignorant of facts, it only shows what you lack, knowledge. Now my phone number, like I said, 027 531 4470. Phone's right there. You want to call me and let's have a little dick measuring contest, mate. I won't even need to flip my cock out before yours is shriveling back up inside and showing into your mangina, which you probably already actually have. So that's what I've done now. Geoffrey, I'm actually going to be removing from my channel because one, he likes to sort of dox out people's information, such as mentioning my mum's name. So, you know, end of the day, there's no need to start, you know, he brought kids into it last time with me, you know, because he hasn't got enough actual facts or evidence to give me shit. So he just pulls the kids into it and starts knocking the family and saying he has sympathy for the kids. Sympathy for the kids, right? I have sympathy for your fucking entire family. Anyway, so moving on. The Official Information Act request. My next question was, we require to know what corrective measures have been made towards the failure of your adjudication team that failed in their duty, along with the area and operational managers that purportedly also reviewed this matter and failed to correct the allegations and misleading road markings. No corrective measures have been made, Auckland Transport say. Therefore your request, blah blah blah, so they can't give the information to supplied is what that means. And then I put, the police have no record of any incident report being made alleging to report commentary on my videos and veiled threats claimed by AT to have been made by myself against Stephen Lamasatelli, Warden number 1126, and his children. We require these false and defaming comments to be removed from any public record held at AT. Please be advised that this is not a request for information. In other words, it's not a request. I'm telling them they need to fix their own fuck-ups, and they won't, because it's kind of illegal for them to actually delete a record. All they can do is they can put a statement of correction. I'm not going to get a statement of correction put in because I didn't put the entry in there to begin with. And if they want to continue looking like assholes, they can. I don't give a fuck. My end result was winning in court, handing AT their ass, and getting the other people that were unlawfully issued tickets refunded. Well, guess what? I handed AT their ass, I won in court, and I've got the other people refunded their tickets. So the impossible was possible, Geoffrey. Alright, so see you later kids, that's the end of it, just a short one. I've got a few more that are going to be going up shortly. Kiwi Plumbing Limited are going to reap what they've sowed very shortly as well. Moving on. See you guys, have a good day.
rainbows in the dark.
Cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it go.